But the basic thing that you have to understand about LA and New York, there are many differences. One of them, the most primary difference, is the police department. Because New York police have their own personality, as you know. They're very whimsical. And LA cops are very consistent, very strict. New York cops, particularly the one clue is traffic. New York cops do not care about traffic. LA cops are obsessed with it. I mean, you could be driving down the street in New York with a beer between your legs, seatbelt flapping out the door, go through 5 red lights at 80 miles an hour. New York cop will go, "Give me coffee on the way back." In LA, the cops are like, "Pull over, your left speaker's out." You don't have Dolby? Spread them.
Richard Belzer, the longtime star of NBC's Law and Order franchise, has died at the age of 78, according to his friends and former colleagues. Belzer died at his home in Bouzouz, in southwest France on Sunday. Writer Bill, a friend of the actor and veteran comedian, told The Hollywood Reporter. He had lots of health issues. Belzer played the role of John March for 23 years on Homicide, Life on the Streets, and Law and Order, starting in 1993. The Connecticut-born comedian retired from acting in 2016 and at the age of 71. Universal Television and NBC issued a joint statement on Sunday offering condolences. Anyone who ever had the pleasure of watching Richard Belzer portray Death John March, whether on Homicide or Law and Order, over 4 decades, will never forget how much he inhabited that beloved character to make it his own. The statement said his professionalism, talents, and dedication to the craft made him a pillar in the industry, but it was his humor, compassion, and loving heart that made him family. The creator of SVU also paid tribute to Belzer in a statement to Variety. Richard Belzer's Detective John March is one of television's iconic characters, said Mr. Wolf. "I first worked with Richard on the Law and Order Homicide crossover and loved the character so much. I told Tom that I wanted to make him one of the original characters on SVU. The rest is history. Richard brought humor and joy into all our lives, was the consummate professional, and we will all miss him very much." Belzer, longtime friend Lalaine Newman, who worked with him on Saturday Night Live, took to Twitter to remember him. "I'm so sad to hear of Richard Belzer's passing. I loved this guy so much. He was one of my first friends when I got to New York to do SNL. We used to go out to dinner every week at Sheepshead Bay for lobster. One of the funniest people ever. A master at crowd work. Live, dearest." May he so rest in peace. Thank you so much for watching.